Hi guys, my name is Marcel and today you're gonna learn how to draw like a sir. You know, I was thinking of what kind of video I should upload next to my English channel, so I decided to translate my video on how to draw hair for beginners. I was thinking about translating my big special video on how to draw in general, but I want the English version of this video to be perfect as well. So maybe I'll translate that video and my accent doesn't sound like I'm gonna invade Poland anymore. But in the meantime, here's a video on how to draw hair and hairstyles for beginners. Also, I could really need your help since my channel here is pretty tiny, even though I put a lot of effort into my videos, so a like and a comment would really be appreciated. Thanks you guys. And now, let's get this video going. I'm gonna show you the basics of drawing hair. Now, before we start, there's something you absolutely have to know. And that is that there's all different kinds of art styles in which you can portray hair. You can portray it cartoony, elaborate, simple, crazy, or maybe not at all. Everyone has their own preferences, and so there is no objective good or bad here, just opinions. I'm also saying that because my videos tended to get shown in schools, and sadly teachers always turned off the video right when I was about to say that there is no objective good or bad art. But bottom line, I'm gonna show you how hair and hairstyles work, but you can apply your own style and technique if you want. So let's start from the beginning. Most people already start to struggle with step number 1, the baseline for the hair. Please be aware that there is more to your head than just your forehead. When your base is off, your hairstyle will be off as well. Now, all of your hair comes from this spot right here. In Germany, we call it the Wirbel, which means vortex, and yes, I did pronounce it that way on purpose. I know, we didn't draw any hair yet in this video about hair, but it's really important for you to know how to start off. This vortex decides the direction in which your hair goes, and with this knowledge, you should be able to draw something that at least resembles a hairstyle. The next point is that hair likes to be bundled together. This kinda makes sense because you wouldn't draw hair by hair individually, but rather strand by strand. Congratulations, you are now able to draw a run-of-the-mill mid-2000s Justin Bieber hairstyle. If you are someone with an eye for detail, you can add some more strands coming from the general direction of the vortex. Maybe some of them keep the direction of the vortex, some don't, I don't know, add a little randomness. You can also draw additional strands over those strands. It's completely up to you how much more detail you add. Like I said before, some people prefer when their hair is drawn more detailed and some don't. Also, something important about hair physics you gotta know, small strands bond together and tend to combine into bigger strands. Remember, that's why I told you never to draw hairs individually. It looks untidy and uncombed. Hair sticks together to form larger strands. That's why hair mostly has a stepped transition, at least if the barber did his job right. With most mid-length hair you can see this kinda diamond shape if you use your imagination. We can now apply this knowledge with the thicker strands to our previously drawn hairstyle. When it comes down to it, this hairstyle only consists of a couple of big strands. Even if you cut your hair in a straight line, you could still faintly see how it used to resemble a strand before. Of course, if you prefer the more simple way, you can just draw your hair in some couple of thick strands and call it a day. Do you get it now? There's so many styles and variations. The possibilities are endless! Well, with a bit of practice you can now draw this cookie cutter hairstyle we practiced. But of course there are many more things that you can learn when it comes to drawing hair, and some of them I'll teach you right now. Maybe you already know this if you watched my videos about drawing clothing, but the more wrinkles you draw in, the thinner the clothing looks. And the same thing goes for your hair as well. Here you can see a small example of what I'm talking about. I guess we can all agree that the hairstyle on the left looks a lot thinner than the one on the right. Like I said, there's no better or worse, all of this depends on your personal preference. Just let it be known that if you want to draw hair more realistically and thinner, you shouldn't be shy to draw in more details. And when we're on the topic about drawing detail, maybe you noticed that the hairstyle I drew at the beginning was pretty smooth and slick. The only thing that was a tad chaotic were the tips of the hairstyle. Kinda makes sense, right? Your hair sticks together in the middle, it's only at the tips where it comes apart. That's the way you draw a tidy hairstyle. However, if you want to draw an untidy hairstyle, you can let some hair or even whole strands come off right in the middle. Believe me, you wouldn't be the first person to draw an untidy hairstyle like this. Also, a tip about hairlines: the beginning of your hair isn't simply an evened out zigzag pattern, it's just as random as the rest of your hair naturally is. So you can imagine it in strands as well, if that helps you. Of course, all of this was only the tip of the iceberg. There are tons and tons of hairstyle that I could talk about, like braids, partings, undercuts, side cuts, uppercuts. But like I said, this video was only supposed to be a tutorial about the basics. Also, to be honest, I don't think there needs to be a tutorial about every single hairstyle out there. People learned how to draw without tutorials back in the day. I know I surely did, and so can you. However, I could make a video about longer hairstyles and drawing long hair in general. For example, I could make a video about how to draw dynamic hair and how it looks in the wind. But as you can see, this video would amount to an absurd amount of work. This would take days or even weeks to make. If I make a video like this, kinda depends on you, or rather how many people are interested in this basic tutorial right here. A video like this is an endeavor of several days or weeks, like I said, and I still have a 9-to-5 job I attend. I mean, you guys know how to support me already, and if you subscribe and join my crew, you won't miss the next upload when it happens. Become a crewmate, become a nakama. If you guys are interested in drawing less hairy things, then please take a look at my other tutorials. I did upload some of them in English already, right on this channel. You can check out the playlist, I did put them all in there. So, my name is Marcel, and I'll see you guys in the next video here on my channel, DrawlikeaSir. See ya then.